happen when I am looking at the working capital gap related issues. So when I am trying to understand the working capital gap related issue, I am saying, because as a company which is Khan and Sons, they are trying to understand that how much loan they will be able to take from the banking company. So what they are going to do, they are writing their cash flow for different kind of period, and period in the sense they are writing their cash flow for different kind of month, right? And then they are seeking that how much loan they will be able to get from the banking company. So as a financial analyst or as a expert in finance area, how would you comment on that? So you are trying to say, boss, I have to prepare my monthly cash flow statement, and obviously there will be some certain negative and positive outcome of the cash is going to be happen in Jan 2 month, from January, Feb, March, April, May, June, July to December, and banking company is going to decide how much loan should be given to this company based on the highest negative figure given in a month. Now, are you able to understand what I am trying to say? Am I audible?
Yes.
So what I am trying to say, are you able
Yes,
to
sir.
understand? Up, let's say for your company, you are approaching banking company and saying, I need some working capital loan, right? I need some short-term loan to operate my business. So banking company is asking for this statement, right? And saying that what is your working capital gap. So this is the technical term where they are saying what is your working capital gap. So how would you understand what is going to be the working capital gap? So they are saying, so what you are going to do, you are going to prepare the cash flow for different kind of month. Now how banking company is going to decide how much loan should be given to you? So let's say they are saying whatever negative figure is coming, whatever highest negative figure is coming in a month should be considered as working capital gap. Yani ki, so if I am going to look at the cash flow which I have prepared, so let's say Jan to December, highest negative figure let's say is coming, which is 200. That means you will not be able to get loan more than 200 rupees. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Is it okay? So let's say in this cycle from Jan to December, your highest negative figure is coming 500. That means you will not be able to get working capital loan more than 500. Though you may have applied for 1000, but this is how banking company is going to give you loan, because they are saying in a operating cycle you are able to sitting with the highest negative cash of 500 rupee or 200 rupee, and that is why this is going to be the final limit for the loan. इसके आगे आपको means you will not be able to get loan beyond that limit, right? You have any question up to this point? Are you okay with this?
Sir, can you repeat one? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Shall I go ahead?
सर नेगेटिव वैल्यू में सर लॉस की बात कर रहे हैं सर आप?
Pardon? आपकी वॉइस क्लियर नहीं है. यू आर नॉट ऑडिबल. छोड़ा जल्दी से
Sir,
हेडफोन
he's
दो
saying
पहले.
that in negative values we are talking about losses.
Negative value, yes.
Sir, he is asking that negative value is for losses or what?
Oh, cash flow I am writing. I am not writing P&L account. I am saying ना, I am
sir,
writing cash flow. This is not P&L account. क्योंकि P&L account तो सब झूठ है. Right? We have done that discussion. Banking company will not be able to give you loan based on your P&L account, because there are so many entry you are writing in the name of expenses. There are so many entry you are writing in the name of revenue, though they are not realized in cash. So banking company or any kind of company is not going to trust the value you have given in the P&L account, because there are so many issues related to the P&L account. So that is why they are considering what? They are considering your cash flow. एंड कैश फ्लो मैं कोई टिपिकल कैश फ्लो नहीं लिख रहा हूँ, मैं कह रहा हूँ जैसा कि लोन पाइन कैफे में लिखा था आपने. सो यू आर ट्राइंग टू से ओपनिंग कैश प्लस कैश रिसीव्ड इन दैट मंथ एंड देन कैश पेड in that month, and remaining is your cash available in that month. So cash available in that month of January is 300 rupee. In Feb you have cash crunch of 200 rupee, right? In the month of March it is going to be 0. 0 means when your this portion is going to be equal to this portion, right? And in the month of April it is coming plus 100. So this is the cyclical process. It will be positive, it will be negative, it will be 0, right? So banking company is targeting the highest negative figure happening in any particular month, and that highest negative figure will be considered for the approval of the loan. Is it okay?
Okay, sir, but it doesn't matter if there are multiple negative transactions in that particular month. The banking company is only considering the maximum one, the highest one.
Maximum one, correct. So your question is correct. So again, so let's say multiple negatives they are coming. Let's say 300 is minus figure, 200 is minus figure, 100 is minus figure. So what is the highest figure in terms of negative? 300 is the highest negative figure, right? And that figure the banking company will be considering for the loan. Is it okay?
Sir, if there will be positive number or positive cash flow, then the amount is total positive. Then there will be then anyone can take as per the requirement, as per he wants.
अगर आपका if you are trying to say you have all the month you have positive cash flow, then banking company के पास आप जाओगे ही नहीं ना. You have negative cash flow, that is why you are seeking for the loan. Are you getting this point?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes.
So
sir, I got it.
practically
Okay, we have to show that why we are taking loan, and we have to show that the amount, this amount is negative, and
Correct.
that's why we are.
So let's say all of we are running a business. So in the month of Jan, बहुत अच्छा गया है, we are sitting with positive cash. Then thereafter what happened? From Feb onwards, something went wrong. Let's say Corona cases they came in the month of Feb. So if I am looking at my cash flow from Feb to September, my cash flow is negative. Let's say we were running restaurant related business, right? Now we are seeking for working capital loan kind of thing. So banking company will be giving my will be approving my loan limit. What is going to be loan limit? Highest negative figure sitting in a particular month will be considered as a loan limit. Means it doesn't means that the highest negative figure, let's say the highest negative figure is 300, it doesn't means you will be getting 300 rupees, right? But this is the limit beyond which you will not be able to get loan. Is it okay?
Right.
Right?
सर इज इट समथिंग रिलेटेड टू कैश क्रेडिट जो बैंक देती है?
Yeah, see, working capital loan or you are saying cash credit, they are the same thing, no? Different name they are given. So you are saying working
Yes.
capital loan, you are saying short term loan, or you are saying cash credit. Because loan in India, you are getting money for the business in India traditionally coming from cash credit system. अगर मैं इस तरह से देखूं,
Yes, sir.
है ना, cash credit system means when you say cash credit system, that means you are trying to say you are getting loan from the banking company. Is it okay?
Yes.
And this is for particular type of loan, or in any loan.
No,
consider
I am
this.
talking about short term loan, which is working capital. Working capital means short term.
जो सर प्री अप्रूव्ड होता है सीसी.
Can you
Kind of.
elaborate what is pre-approved?
मतलब सर some bank is giving the limit of 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs which is pre approved, sir.
So again, that limit has to define
Like
that.
credit card.
So credit card, let's say in case of credit card. So again, credit card is actually working within a month, isn't it? Or within a year. What is the life
Yes,
cycle
sir.
of the credit card?
Yes, sir.
है ना? So it is credit card. If you are taking example of the credit card, let's say 2 lakh rupee limit is given. So मैं limit की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. Again, let's say that limit is decided. So again, let's say if I am taking that example, that limit is decided by the banking company based on your earning capacity, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Now that is different story. Here what we are trying to understand, I need some money, short term money, so that I can run my business. I don't have money, I am not able to generate money from my day-to-day operation. Corona kind of situation is happening. I need money. Banking company, क्योंकि RBI ने क्या बोला हुआ है? Please provide loan to the retail seller, retail businessman, this and that, so that they can survive. Now banking company, on what basis they will be able to give? So they are saying, please submit your cash flow. You are submitting the cash flow. How would they decide? They are looking for the cash gap. So working capital gap. Working capital gap will be decided on the basis of the highest negative figure sitting in a particular month. Is it okay?
Right, sir. Yes, sir.
तो इसमें खुश नहीं हो जाना है कि 300 रुपए अगर नेगेटिव है सो यू विल बी गेटिंग 300 रुपी. नो, दिस इज द मैक्सिमम लिमिट. Now banking company will be doing some research and analysis, but they will say, boss, I will not be able to pay you beyond 300 rupee. So within 300 rupee or maybe 300 rupee I will be able to give you. ठीक है? Is it okay?
So difference between cash credit and overdraft facility?
Overdraft is different. Overdraft in working capital gap, what you are going to do, you don't have any account, or you have some, you are running some current account, you don't have any kind of saving over there in that particular banking company maybe, but you are looking for a loan kind of situation. You are keeping some mortgage, you have some credit in the market, so either you are keeping some mortgage or you have some credit in the market. On the basis of that you are getting some loan. So loan criteria is decided by the banking company, which is short term loan, based on your working capital gap. Now overdraft is something you have already some deposit in the bank, and beyond that you are getting some loan. So let's say you have let's say FD of 1 lakh rupee in your banking company, and you need some money, so you are trying to get some loan from the banking company because you need, let's say, 1.5 1,50,000 rupee. So this 50,000 rupee will be overdraft. Again, this 50,000 rupee, how would you look at this? This 50,000 rupee is your loan, but name or nature of that loan is overdraft. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
But sir, we can only take 90% of the FD na, as a loan.
हाँ. So overdraft is something like draft में कितना पैसा है? So draft is 1 lakh rupee, and whatever amount 50,000 rupee you are going to take beyond that limit. So whatever additional you are going to take, that is called overdraft. Again, nature is the same. You are taking a kind of loan from the banking company. Why banking company is going to give you? Because they are saying you are the old customer of the banking company. They have some trust with the customer. So on the basis of their performance over the period, they are going to give you some loan. And nature of the loan is overdraft.
It can be personal loan or any loan.
It is so let's say I am as a individual, I am मैं अपने खुद के खर्च के लिए लोन निकाल रहा हूँ. Now I will not be saying this is working capital gap or working capital loan, है ना? Working capital loan is called, or this term is related to the operation of the business, right? So let's say for day-to-day expenses for my personal use, I am trying to get some overdraft. Again, this is a kind of loan I have taken. Obviously, I will pay back to the banking company with some certain interest also. Is it okay?
Sir, one more question. Sir, if you are taking loan against FD, so in that particular time, the loan, the interest on loan we have to pay, and the interest on FD, are we getting that or not?
No, we will be getting na, because
Will we get?
हाँ, so obviously because that investment is done ना, वो तो stop नहीं हो जाएगा ना. Why you are getting loan? Because you have banking company has some trust within you, because you are the old customer of the company. अभी आप क्या करो? Just try to understand. Let's say you are asking for plain loan from the banking company where you don't have any account with the banking company. So obviously banking company is going to ask for some certain kind of mortgage. है ना, कुछ गिरवी रखना पड़ेगा.
It is a type of liability.
It is a kind of liability. और आप क्या कह रहे हो कि already I am keeping some money in the name of FD within your banking company. Now I need some overdraft. So if both the condition, either you are saying overdraft or you are saying I am getting loan through the mortgage, right? Both the situation, they are talking about the same kind of transactions. In both the transactions, you are supposed to pay interest on loan. Is it okay? Am I able to answer your question?
Yes.
Right? So आपका, if you don't have any bank account with the bank, you are approaching the bank. So obviously there are two options. Either you are looking for unsecured loan or you are looking for secured loan. So what is unsecured loan? So who is getting the unsecured loan? Who have some credit in the market, right? So let's say you have good credit in the market. So banking company will not be asking for any kind of mortgage on that. So that is called unsecured loan. When you are trying to get some secured loan, in the sense banking company is asking for the mortgage. Let's say उन्होंने कहा, let's say you have some car or you have some agriculture land. So you are keeping that agriculture land for in the name of mortgage. On behalf of that, you are getting some cash from the banking company. So that is called secured loan. Is it okay? Yes. So sometime it happened like I am also keeping my business related property on mortgage so that I can get cash from the banking company for the operation of the business. This is also possible. है ना? Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So anyway, so this is what, so this case is very rich case. So many issues they are given within this case study. So what we are trying to say, this is how you are supposed to look at the working capital gap kind of situation. I understand, I hope you are able to understand. So I have also uploaded a video on my YouTube channel. So where working capital gap related video is uploaded, you can again revisit that video, right? The same thing I am discussing over there, right? Okay, so come back to asset side. Now can you please tell me what asset I should write? What are the name of the asset I am supposed to write?
Fixed asset, equipment and goodwill.
Very good. So what are the fixed asset then in that case?
Equipment and goodwill.
Okay, so tell me how to, so let me write down first. With your permission, I am writing equipment and goodwill. So if I am looking at the goodwill, let's say I am looking at goodwill. So please concentrate. So I am looking at goodwill. So how much amount for the goodwill is given?
300, sir.
300.
300.
Very good. So 300 I am writing over there. Is there any kind of amortization?
60, sir.
How much?
60.
60.
60.
So we are saying minus amortization 60. How much remaining?
240.
240. Now just try to understand, I am representing, or I am presenting slightly different way. I am saying I am writing schedule for fixed asset where intangible fixed assets related component I am writing. Now I am going to write tangible fixed asset related issues. So now this is coming to 40. This is over. Now what is next?
Equipment.
Equipment. How much equipment?
सर आई गेस हमने पीएनएल में डेप्रिशिएट कर दिया था
I think please mute your mic. Some disturbance is coming. Yes, please. You are asking some question.
सर आई गेस हमने पीएनएल में डेप्रिसिएशन में 60 ऐड कर लिया था तो अभी वापस से डिडक्ट करेंगे तो कुछ डिफरेंस नहीं आएगा
अरे बाबा, ये amortization and depreciation, they are supposed to be reported 2 times, na? One is reported in P&L and one is reported in balance sheet, है ना? Remember
Okay,
Lone
sir.
Pine Cafe 2445 you were
हाँ, sir.
deducting, and the same time you were writing also in P&L account, है ना?
Okay, sir, got it.
Right? Okay. So now equipment. So let's say equipment. How much equipment I should write? Last year equipment कितना था? How much was there last year?
670.
670. So for our convenience, I am also writing last year. So 670. Very good. Then thereafter,
So we sold the equipment.
how much new equipment you have purchased?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Congratulations. So how much you paid?
600, sir.
600. From where this 600 is coming? Which one? This one? यही है ना?
Yes, sir. Third transaction.
Yes.
Yes,
Fourth transaction.
fourth one.
Yes.
Fourth
Okay,
transaction.
sorry.
So you are saying 600 rupee related equipment you were purchasing, out of which 150 you paid, है ना? So 600 equipment you purchased. Okay. Then और क्या किया
Sir, we
आपने?
sold 180. 180 sold.
Very good. So how much you have sold? Sale of machinery I can write. Can I write less sale of machinery? Okay. Sale of machinery. How much? How much sale of machinery you have done?
135.
200.
135.
135, sir.
135. Okay, 135 कहाँ पर दिया हुआ है? This one. This is your sale of machinery.
Sir, we sold at 200, but the price was 180, but depreciation 180 minus 45, it is coming 135.
Okay, very good. So I am writing minus 135.
So then depreciation is of 120.
Just wait. So let's say if it is 135, so in this case, uh, because I need to understand from where this is coming, so let's say this is going to be happen over there, because the data, so that you can in future you can relate the things. So that data is saying that it is sitting over there, this one, na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Next one.
Yes, sir.
Depreciation is of 120.
Depreciation is 120. Very good. So
165, sir.
so okay, so less depreciation. How much depreciation, boss?
120.
120. 165 क्यों बोला आपने?
Sir, he has included the already depreciation
हाँ,
45,
that is
but
already
we have done that one.
हाँ, so your thought process is correct, but already it is depreciated, na? Here. Are you getting this point? Yes, are you there? Shall I write 120? Is it okay with you?
Yes, sir. It's
Because 45 is already deducted, na?
Right, sir.
Very good. So, what is the remaining figure I should write?
1015.
1015. So 1015. Now this 1015 is the figure related to what? This is what? This was your net
Till the current equipment.
net fixed. It was your net fixed intangible assets. It isn't it? So intangible asset, right? And this one is what? Net fixed tangible asset. So how much total you are getting? If you are making total 240 plus 1015.
1255.
Very good. So 1255. So now this is your net fixed asset, or when you are reading the annual report of any company, either they are writing net fixed asset or they are saying net block. They are just a kind of terminology. They are different companies they are using as per their convenience or as per the given guidelines by the ICAI. So company either they are writing net fixed asset or they are saying net block. They are the same thing. Is it okay? Is it okay? Shall I go ahead? Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
हाँ यार बोलते रहा करो यार, आप लोग सब साथ में बैठे हुए हो, मैं यहाँ पे अकेला हूँ, तो आपको मुझे सपोर्ट करना पड़ेगा,
Yes, sir.
है ना यार. So fixed asset I am writing 1255. Is it okay? So I am writing 1255. 55. Very good. Now next one. What else?
Current assets, sir.
Very good.
Cash,
So,
sir.
current asset. So current asset, what are the current asset? Cash is one current asset. So थोड़ा सा so wait for some time. I am not writing cash. I am writing some other things. Then I will obviously writing the cash. So tell me what is other things they are under current asset?
Inventory.
Inventory. Very good. So inventory, if I am writing inventory, how much I should write for the inventory?
400, sir.
Huh? 400.
400.
Okay. How did you arrive with this 400 rupee? आपको
सर
कैसे मालूम
150
चला?
लास्ट ईयर सर
Okay.
150 लास्ट ईयर की इन्वेंटरी है
तो यहाँ पे लिख लेते हैं यार. So inventory calculation we are making, and how much it was opening? How much was opening inventory?
2200. No,
Opening inventory I'm asking. पहले कितना?
2200.
No no no
2200.
no no no. आपके पास
150.
150 है ना?
150.
2200 तो आपने परचेज किया है. You are purchasing 2200, but opening inventory was how much? You had 150.
150, yes, sir.
Very good. So 150. Now you are purchasing the inventory. You are purchasing the inventory.
And sold 1500 of it.
So purchase of inventory, how much you are purchasing, how much you are paying for the purchase of the inventory? 2200?
200.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
So 2200.
Yes, sir. First one. 2200.
2200. So total is coming how much?
2350.
50. Right? Okay. Are you paying some certain expenses related to the inventory?
Yes, sir. 1500 we have sold.
COGS.
Who is saying COGS?
Yes, sir.
Yes, boss. So COGS, am I supposed to deduct the COGS?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just try to understand logically. Inventory was for 150 rupee. You have also purchased inventory for 2200. Inventory for 2200 rupee. So total inventory has become how much? 2350. And obviously inventory is also carrying some cost. And that cost is nothing but COGS. That cost is nothing but cost of COGS. Now this COGS, no need to say where this COGS is sitting. So this COGS is sitting over there in your P&L account. This one. Can you see this? 450 plus 450 plus 150. Sorry, 1500 rupee. So 450
Yes,
plus
sir.
1500, which is 1950. Correct. So can I deduct this inventory? Sorry, COGS. So I am saying yes, 1950. I am writing over there. Given in profit and loss account. Okay, so that you can refer in future. So what is remaining? As you suggested me, 400 is remaining, right? Can I write this 400 rupee as an inventory cost?
Yes, sir.
Right? So now the same situation is given somewhere in practice set number 1 or 2 or 3, where inventory related calculation is given, right? So in the same way I am referring this, so that there should not be any kind of discrepancy in terms of presenting or in terms of presentation of the inventory calculation, right? So this is your inventory, which is coming 400 rupee. Very good. Next one.
Debtors.
Debtors. Okay. So debtors, I am writing debtors. Okay. Very good. So debtors. Yes. How to calculate debtors?
So last year it was 115.
Yes,
Last year
yes,
it
sir.
was
It's
115.
given 115. Yes.
Okay. So debtors, they were last year how much? 115. So can I say opening was 115?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 115. Okay. Is there any new debtor? ऐसा भी
No,
कुछ है जिससे पैसा मिलना है?
no, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. We
So-
sold the goods on credit.
How much?
2000.
2000.
2000, sir.
Very good.
Yes.
So till last year we were waiting for how much? We were waiting for 115 rupee. Then this year what we did? We are again selling some goods on credit. So new account receivable. So either you say debtor or you say account receivable, they are the same thing, right? So they are the same thing, or account receivable. Okay. Now again you are waiting last year 115 rupee. This year again you have done the same kind of thing where you are selling something on credit. So again your new debtor, they are coming how much? 2000 rupee. Correct? Now so what is the total is coming? 2115. Okay. Then what happened?
1700 paid, sir.
1900, sir. Collected
Yes, sir.
amount.
1700 is paid from.
So by
Collected.
in this year what is the next information is coming, that I was able to sell something on credit. Last year credit was 115, but in this year also I am able to realize my money from the market. How much I have collected? So I am saying minus collected. How much? 1700.
1700.
How much remaining?
415.
Very good. So can I write this 415? I am writing with your permission 415. Is it okay with you? Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Gautam.
Sir, where does this 2000 new came from?
What is the entry? Can you please read the entry of 2000? Entry number? Transaction number?
Entry number 2.
Transaction number 2.
Second entry.
Sold
at-
goods on account for 2000.
हाँ, sold goods on account for, on accounts mean on credit. ठीक है, वहाँ पे आप लिख लो.
Okay, sir.
So on
Okay, got
credit.
it, sir.
ठीक है? Okay. Any question up to this point? Is it okay with you? Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay, मैं खुद ही जवाब दे देता हूँ. Okay, I can go ahead. Next one. So what is the next thing I am supposed to write? So as you suggested, inventory and debtors I am supposed to write. Fixed assets I have calculated. Now what is next?
Cash.
Cash.
Sir, cash.
Now you tell me what amount logically. Don't mathematically look at this. Obviously you will say remaining will be cash if nothing is given, because in liability side profit is given, capital is given, everything is given, total is coming 2240, and this side I am supposed to get 2240. So remaining figure should be cash, right? This could be a convenient answer. But you tell me without looking at the mathematical approach, you conceptually try to understand what should be the ideally cash of the company. My question is clear to you?
We will have to make cash flow, sir, for that.
But let's say cash flow you are not able to write, you are not writing cash flow. How would you directly attack on the cash figure? क्या हो सकता
सर
है?
लाइबिलिटी से
Last
माइनस
year
कर
cash,
दो
sir.
और लाइक टोटल निकालो और लाइबिलिटी का जो फाइनल आंसर उससे माइनस कर दो तो कैश आ जाएगा.
ये तो मैथमेटिकल अप्रोच हो गया.
170.
So we are saying 170 will come.
Sir, reserves and surplus?
Very good. Who's saying reserve surplus?
Sir, Pooja.
Yes, Pooja. Why reserve surplus?
Sir,
Yes, go ahead. What is the, okay, Pooja, what is the meaning of reserve surplus? So I think Pooja is trying to say this company is keeping some reserve surplus. Now reserve surplus किस नाम से रखा होगा? बैंक में अगर पैसा रखा है वो क्या होगा? कैश होगा, right? You are keeping
earning.
You are keeping your cash. Now that cash could be a combination of earning, it could be a combination of different kind of component. But finally, how much cash you are keeping in your bank account? 170 rupee, right? because you are saying your opening cash is 170 rupee, right? So can I say in this direction my final cash should be reported in my balance sheet as a 170 rupee? Let's say forget about getting the balancing figure. अगर मैं inventory और debtors को नहीं लिखता, if I am not writing inventory and debtors, I am directly commenting on cash, would you be able to say this will be a 170 rupee?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो जिन्होंने yes sir बोला है सभी ने, आप बताओ मुझे, please convince me why 170 rupee? Can you please elaborate this? Anyone? Yes, yes.
Sir, as this is the last year's our reserve surplus, so definitely this year that amount will be added in the cash directly.
Okay. So this is the last year surplus, and so last year surplus means last year cash will be the ending cash of this year. Is it a kind of compulsion?
No, sir.
Then how would you write 170 rupee? Or this is just a kind of accidental figure where I am getting balancing figure as 170 rupee.
So it is accidental.
It is accidental. Okay. So if you look at the Lone Pine Cafe case, how much opening cash they had? 10172. But when you were writing the closing cash, it was coming 1341, isn't it? It was not matching with 10172 because your reserve surplus of the last year is saying 170 rupee. Now 170 rupee you are using for this year. Again you are making some income, you are making some expenses. So obviously cash is going to be changed. So it cannot be equals to your reserve surplus which is sitting over there as opening reserve surplus in your bank account. क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर तक आपने क्या किया 170 रुपी related cash you had in your pocket, but again this year you are experiencing your business, you are paying, you are receiving, you are paying, you are receiving, finally figure could be changed. So this is, can I say this is accidental figure? It is matching with the opening of reserve surplus, otherwise this is just a kind of balancing figure which is 170 rupee.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is accidental.
Right, you are
Because
getting
sir, this amount will come from cash flow.
This amount will come from cash flow. So anyhow you have to prepare the cash flow, है ना?
Yes, sir.
And this amount will come from cash flow. Here why we are directly attacking, we are saying यार सब कुछ तो हो गया है, कुछ भी बचा नहीं है. Liability side it is coming 2240, inventory, debtors and fixed asset we have considered, nothing is supposed to be considered. So remaining balance should be cash balance. So that is why we are saying 170. But ideally I should write my cash flow to achieve this 170. Is it okay? Yes. Okay, if you are writing the cash flow, how would you write? What is the process? What is the approach is going to say? So you are saying opening.
So first sir, reserve surplus से open करेंगे जो last year का
So
है.
you are saying opening cash, which is 170, plus cash received, whatever will come. Then you are saying cash paid, whatever is remaining, that is going to be your closing cash, isn't it?
Closing cash.
Right?
Yes.
So what is your job, what is your duty? You please come back to me, or you please work on that, because come back to me तब तक तो exam हो जाएगा. So you please work on the cash flow, right? आपको करके देखना है. Just spend 5 minutes after this class. Okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
The attendance has to be recorded.
Thank you. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. Okay, so you will be able to work on this opening cash, closing cash. Is it okay with you? Opening cash is 170.
Right.
Is it okay? तो इसको करके लाना यार, ठीक है? So you are supposed to work on this. Okay, what next? Opening is 170 or opening is something else?
85. Last year 85 थे.
85.
तब तो यार फिर
85
आंसर
थे.
सही था. Whosoever was saying 170, 170. So
85 sir.
हाँ सर आंसर 170 सही है.
So that means your answer
Yes,
was
sir.
correct, isn't it? So
Yes, sir.
170, you were directly attacking on 170 rupee without getting the balancing figure. Knowingly and unknowingly you were trying to say 170 is finally available with the firm, right? So finally
Yes, sir.
available with the firm is how much? 170, right? So if you look at the same issue, तो थोड़ा सा clarity आ जाएगा, because you are saying अरे opening cash was 85, I purchased, sorry, I received some cash, I paid some cash, and my closing cash is 170 rupee. So that means my balance sheet or the kind of calculation I have done, that calculation itself is saying that boss, you are not supposed to prepare the cash flow statement. The reserve and surplus which is sitting with 170 rupee, that is your closing cash. Is it okay, Dev?
Yes sir.
Right? But फिर भी I will request all of you so that you will be getting some proper understanding related to the cash. So you please prepare the cash flow. Your opening is 85, targeted is 170 rupee. Write some figure over there as cash received, cash paid. You should get 170 just for your verification. Okay? Any question you have? Any question up to this point?
No, sir.
And I am expecting all participants, they are able to understand. Either you are from accounting background or you are not from accounting background, right? So accounting background guys, are you getting some the same information in different way?
Yes, sir. We
Isn't
are.
it? So what we need to do, so let me give you some story. So just for your understanding, I initially I was, because I was BCom student, then I did my MCom. So I was core traditional accounting student, right? Accounting finance student. Now when you are working in your BCom ons or BCom or chartered accountancy kind of thing, you are adopting something in terms of traditional accounting system, right? So I started teaching in 1996 with some coaching classes. So I was in BCom second year and I had some requirement of money, so I started my coaching classes. So I was in second year, I started with first year. तो मैं क्या करता था कि I was attending some classes somewhere in institute, then thereafter I was teaching to the students, right? तो पैसा कमाना शुरू. That time I was getting 150 rupee per student, right? Now then thereafter, because I was happy with the traditional approach of the accounting, because I was getting success out of that, because I was teaching through debit, credit, trading account, P&L account, balance sheet, everything I was doing there. And my coaching classes, they were actually able to make money, and so many people, they were coming, students, they were coming. On the basis of my coaching classes in 1999, I completed my masters, and on the basis of my coaching classes, I got my first job in university. So I started as a faculty over there, and because by that time that coaching class was able to work properly in that particular town. So I got this opportunity based on that. So what happened, like I was very happy because I am getting my success based on my traditional accounting system, whatever I have learned in BCom or MCom and all, or chartered accountancy kind of thing, and I was making money, I was happy with that. But when I joined IIM Ahmedabad, that time I was shocked. So me, my friend, he is currently with ISB. He was with ISB. Then thereafter he is with Public Enterprises Institute. He had the same background. He was also teaching the coaching classes and all. So I met him in during that interview at IIM Ahmedabad, and he had the same background. So when we were trying to learn the accounting, means we were in a kind of training program in IIM Ahmedabad, where we were trying to understand how actually managerial B schools or B schools, they practice accounting finance kind of thing. So what I was doing, like when we were first time in the class, we were shocked because as per our understanding, student, they are supposed to understand or learn accounting through the trading account, P&L account, journal entry, ledger, this and that, but it was not happening at all over there. They were just starting the session related to the Lone Pine Cafe, and very first time in the very first session they were teaching the balance sheet, right? So हम लोग बोले यार ये तो बहुत गलत कर रहे हैं, because this is a kind of wrong approach. Student, they will not be able to understand, because they should start with the debit credit, then trading account, then ledger, then trial balance, then trading account, P&L account, balance sheet, this and that. So we took some time, at least 1 month, to understand the pedagogy or teaching method related to B schools kind of situation, because there are two type of B schools. One is related to the university kind of thing, where typical university is still they are adopting the old method of teaching the management students, where they are teaching through debit credit, this and that and all, right? But when you are looking at the premier B schools like NMMS or SP Jain or MDI Gurgaon or or your IIM Ahmedabad or any kind of IIM, so basically they have adopted the accounting and finance related approach from Harvard University. And Harvard University and Wharton University, they are adopting something where they are saying this is not typical financial accounting, but you are because you are not trying to prepare students as an accountant, but you are trying to make them as a manager. A manager should be able to directly comment on the balance sheet, not on debit credit or kind of thing, because who will be reporting to the managers? Accountants, they will be reporting to the managers. So this is good for the accountant, they should know debit and credit. But when you are teaching the managers, or you are trying to become the manager, you should escape, or you should forget about the debit credit kind of thing, but you should be able to understand the approach of the balance sheet, how to attack balance sheet directly, using the liability and asset, and using the methods of the accounting principles and all, right? So again, what I am trying to say, I hope story बहुत लंबा हो गया, but I hope you are able to understand what I am trying to say. So what I am supposed to do, I am supposed to forget about my bag and baggage, the same way I did, and my colleagues, they are doing in different kind of schools related to finance and accounting, and they are forgetting about, or they are going to unlearn the thing related to accounting and finance, and they are adopting new method of the accounting and finance, which is currently we are experiencing. Okay, is it okay with you? Are you able to understand what I am trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, because we were in PGPX kind of situation. So PGPX means we were running a program for the executives, where executives, they are coming with 7 to 10 years work experience with GMAT score, and they were coming in IIM Ahmedabad. So there was a participant, he had the same kind of experience of 10 years, he was chartered accountant, and when he appeared for the first quiz of the accounting finance, he got 0. Can you imagine this, right? So he came with so many arguments and this and that, and finally he had to adopt the kind of approach he was trying to place over there in examinations, this and that. That is not going to be accepted, because what he did, he was trying to approach the balance sheet through the debit, credit, this and that, and he did all efforts related to debit and credit. By that time khatam ho gaya, right? And that time he was expecting that at least he was able to pass some certain entry in the name of debit credit, so he should get some marks, because this is the system is given in BCom or BBA or MCom or chartered accountancy, right? Is it okay? Shall I go ahead?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I also posted a kind of information on war between ICAI and ICWI, that I will be covering in the next session post midterm. So I will be telling you the story how professional body, they are fighting with the traditional body. So ICWAI, they were trying to become the professional body, in the sense the kind of approach is adopted in different US based business schools. They were trying to adopt the same approach in ICWAI, where ICAI, they had some certain kind of political intervention over there, and they were trying to manipulate or control the bodies related to ICWAI, right? So that we will discuss, so that you will get the clarity how traditional approach, they are not willing to adopt the professional way of delivery of the accounting and finance related issues and all, right? Okay, so now मेरे पास कितना टाइम बचा है? Yes. So up to this point, this is okay. Shall I go ahead? This Khan and Sons is okay with you? You please come back to me with this one, right? We will discuss this, or I will be sending the solution. Have you received all
Yes,
solution related to the all practice sets? आपको सब मिल गया है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Now I am going to take some different issue, and that I will be also covering post midterm. So just look at the balance sheet. Now can you write the same balance sheet of Khan and Sons in vertical format? Would you be able to do that? How would you do that? If you are saying, let's say I am writing in vertical format, I will be saying capital, I will be saying long term loan, I will be saying short term loan, I will be saying accounts payable, and whatever total is coming, I will be saying this is my total liability, right? And the same time I can say assets I will be writing, where I will be writing the fixed assets,
Fixed asset.
I will be
Current
writing the account receivable, I will be writing the inventory, I will be writing the cash, right? And this total should be like this way. So what was your total? आपका total क्या आ रहा था? What was the total? Total you were getting
2240.
So what is the expectation? Your total should be 2240. So when you will be writing like this way, so you are saying 2240, 2240, right? So this is for the current year or current period. In this column you will be writing information related to the previous period. So is this information given in the case study? Previous year related information is given in the case study?
Yes, sir.
How
Yes,
much?
sir.
So if you are going to look at the capital, let's say I am writing the capital, how much capital you had initially? कितने का capital था?
500.
500, right? And now in this balance sheet which we currently prepared, how much capital you were writing?
800.
Right? So I am just placing one example. इसके बाद आप लिख सकते हो, because the information you will be writing over there, they are already placed over there in your balance sheet which I have prepared in this case study, and the things you will be writing, that is already given in the case study. So if I am going to look at this format, what is the beauty of this format? Because it will be able to compare the data, in the sense you are able to compare this one to this one. So as a investor, if I am going to look at your balance sheet, it will be convenient for me to compare the data related to the current year and previous year. So I can easily understand company must have raised capital by how much? 300 rupees. Is it okay?
300.
Right? So similarly, I will be able to comment on looking at the all component of the liability and asset. I will be able to comment how much is increasing in terms of fixed asset, how much is increasing in terms of account receivable, increasing in terms of inventory, increasing in terms of cash, right? So it will be convenient for me to understand the financial position of the company during a period. Okay? So this is how you are supposed to look at the balance sheet. Okay? Is it okay? Shall I go ahead? Shall I go ahead?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. Now again look at the balance sheet. I am taking another topic, right? This is very important. So if I am saying balance sheet, I am writing in liability side capital, right? So what are the sources of the capital? What do you think? Now, because you understand the balance sheet, you are saying capital, so many examples or practice sets you have done. What are the sources of the capital?
सर पर्सनली जो पैसे डालते हैं हम वो
Okay, your own saving, like Lone Pine Cafe, Mr. Antoine and Mrs. Antoine, they did, or lender she did. What else? If you are raising,
So
if yes,
money loan also, sir.
Okay, so loan, or you can say debt, है ना?
Yes, sir.
Debt and loan, or you can say debenture. Can I say debenture?
Yes, sir.
Okay, debenture term I will be introducing later on, but you are comfortable with loan and debt, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is one source of the capital. Because let's say Ravi is saying I started my company with 1 crore rupee, that means 1 crore rupee is not coming from one option only. There may be multiple options from which you are getting 1 crore rupee. So total is 1 crore rupee, total capital is 1 crore rupee. But there are various sources to get this 1 crore rupee. So one of the source is loan. What is the second source?
Equity, sir.
Very good.
Equity shares.
Very good. So equity, isn't it? So equity. Who is equity? Who is investing in equity?
Owner's equity. Owner's.
Shareholders who put their money
Owner
in
partners,
the company.
partners equity.
Very
Owners,
good.
sir.
Very good. So owner equity or shareholders equity. So either you say owner's equity or you say shareholders equity or you say stakeholders equity, they are the same thing. So equity investment must have done in Adani by whom? अगर मैं एक नाम लूँ तो किसने किया होगा? One of the core investor in, let's say, Adani Enterprises, who is the core investor?
Gautam Adani.
Mr. Gautam Adani, right? Is he the shareholder of the firm?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
So he is coming in which category? Owner's equity, or he is coming in stakeholders equity category, or the same time he is
Owners.
coming in shareholders equity. Okay. Now who invest in equity?
So venture capital.
No, venture capital is different thing. Don't, venture capital में बताऊंगा, है ना? Venture capital could be
Public
Investor, sir.
public investors.
The mutual funds.
So
Public investors,
financial
FIIs, DIIs.
just so venture capital. Let me attempt one by one. So let's say venture capital. What she is trying to say. Let me attempt immediately. So venture capitalists and private equity, they are also investing in the equity. You understand venture capitalist? The person who invited, we invited in the last EFVC session. You attended that, na? Mohoto Saab from
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right. So they are the
Yes, sir.
venture capitalist or private equity firm, and the person we invited, I invited in webinar from Motilal Oswal. They're also equity investor, right? So they created some fund, and they are investing in some certain kind of company. That company needs some money, right? So they are investing in a bulk amount. That is why they have become the equity holder of that particular company. So, who can be the equity holder? Owner could be the equity holder. Venture capitalist could be the equity holder, right? Or private equity firm could be the equity holder. Relatives. Let's say you have core relatives, they are also interested in the business and they are willing to pay highest amount. Relatives or friends, they are also the equity holder. So in short, who is going to be the equity holder? Who are willing to take maximum profit and maximum losses related to that company, because their core interest to invest in that company to make money over the period. Is it okay?
Sir, what is the difference between these private equity holders and DIIs, domestic investors?
No, so again, if I am saying seed capital, if I am saying private equity, or I am saying venture capitalist or domestic, this and that, सभी का purpose ही क्या है कि they invest in a company, they also advise the company for the day-to-day operations kind of thing, then thereafter they are making their money and they are going to exit. So this is the classic nature of all possible options, right? So let's say, for example, you have some business plan and you are trying to start a company, but you don't have any money. So you have submitted that business plan to some private equity firm or venture capitalist, and that business plan is okay with them. So what they are going to do? They are going to invest in your company, right? Now, excuse me, please mute your mic.
Ketan, mute your mic.
Ketan.
कितन यार गाना मुझे भी भेजना है. So what I was saying, like, okay, so basically this private equity guy, he is investing in some certain kind of company which is not listed in the stock exchange. Guys, are you able to understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
typically
Got it.
private equity firm, venture capitalists, they invest in a company which is not listed in the stock exchange. That means they are investing in a new ventures or new firms, right? अभी वो नया फर्म जो है उसके पास एक्सपीरियंस तो है नहीं, और प्राइवेट इक्विटी गाय ही इज ऑल्सो नॉट इंटरेस्टेड टू टेक एनी काइंड ऑफ रिस्क, right? So what he is going to do, private equity firm, they are also going to be the partner of that particular company. तो पैसा लगाया है, साथ में they will be advising also, right? When it comes to advising in the sense, they will be the partner of the firm, क्योंकि पैसा फंसा हुआ है वहाँ पर, right? So पैसा डूब ना जाए, and that guy जिसको पैसा दिया हुआ है, he is not expert in that field, he is starting that business first time. So मैं अपना पैसा तो डूबने नहीं दूंगा. So as a private equity firm, what I have done, I am also playing the role of advisor in the firm. I will be sharing the profit. I will be making my return on investment, and after a particular period of time, I will go to exit. In the sense, मैं कंपनी से बाहर निकल जाऊंगा. मैंने अपना पैसा लगाया, पैसा बनाया, आपकी कंपनी को रन करवा दिया, मैंने अपना पैसा निकाला और बाहर चला गया. Are you able to understand this?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the
इक्विटी ऑन पेपर होता है, मतलब पार्टनरशिप.
हाँ, obviously. If you remember in the yesterday's session, or the person who came for venture capital, Mohoto Saab, I asked him na, what is the difficulty you are facing when it comes to the role of the advisor, because in India what happens, Indian entrepreneurs, they need some money from the venture capitalist or private equity firm, but when private equity firm, they say like you are not supposed, when private equity firm like says like I will be advisor of the firm, वो एंटरप्रेन्योर को अच्छा नहीं लगता है, वो कहता है नहीं यार तुम पैसा दो और निकलो, राइट? सो दिस इज द थॉट प्रोसेस ऑफ इंडियन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, राइट? बट अगेन प्राइवेट इक्विटी फर्म वो अपना पैसा डुबाएगा तो है नहीं, तो उसने कहा कि नहीं भाई, आई विल बी द पार्टनर ऑफ द फर्म ऑल्सो, राइट? सो टिपिकली बिफोर 2007 private equity firm, they were investing money and they were not the partner of the firm, but over the period, because they had some bad experience with the market, so you can see all private equity firm, whatever name you are taking for any kind of private equity, they are also writing advisors and advisors. That means they will also be participating for day-to-day business of your firm. Are you getting the answer? I think you are asking this.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Anyway, so very rich discussion is required in this field so that we can understand this properly. So we are saying owner's equity, and owner's equity could be owner he himself is investing. मेरे पास टाइम बचा है कि नहीं? आपका सेशन है अभी?
हाँ सर,
12:30.
Yes, sir.
बस मैं 1 मिनट में क्लोज करता हूँ, बस 1 मिनट में.
हाँ सर. ओके.
So owner,
Yes, sir.
owner is investing, either VC or P is investing, or your relatives or friends they are investing. So in equity किसको आप लोगे? जो कि बड़ा पैसा लगा रहा है, right? And they are very much concerned about your profitability because उनका पैसा फंसा हुआ है, right? So if your company is incurring some loss, उनको बहुत बड़ा loss होगा. If your company is making profit, they will be getting the profit, right? So typically they are called equity. In different language, we are saying they are the core relative. They are called core relative, right? Is it okay? So core relative, they will not be asking for their money when you are in a bad situation, right? So who will be asking for their money when you are in bad situation or you are in a good situation? उनको कोई लेना देना नहीं है. वो कौन लोग हैं जो अपने पैसे को मांगते ही हैं? आपका अच्छा दिन हो या खराब दिन हो, वो कौन है? ये बैठे हुए हैं यहाँ पर. Debt, debts, a loan, right? They are the guy, they have nothing to do with your performance, this and that. They are saying I am waiting for my principal and also waiting for my interest. That's it, right? So anyway, I am going to close this. I will continue with this, right? Because this is a post midterm related topic, so we will continue with this. And venture capitalists, they are also known as vulture capitalist, right? क्योंकि ये लोग क्या करते हैं, पूरा आपको नोच लेते हैं आपके बिजनेस को. So private equity is somewhere safer side. In India, venture capitalists, they are known as vulture capitalists. This is not successful at all in India. Venture capitalists. Venture capitalists, they are successful in US or UK kind of market. It is not properly established in India. So in India also we say they are called vulture capitalists. आप लोगों ने पुरानी मूवी देखी होंगी जहाँ पे एक लाला होता था, वो पैसा इन्वेस्ट करता था, फिर उसके बाद ऐसा सिचुएशंस क्रिएट करता था कि जिससे आपको पैसा आप नहीं दे पाए और देन मॉर्टगेज को वो अपने कब्जे में ले ले. ऐसा कोई मूवी देखे?
Yes, sir.
Right? So
Antis,
he was like a venture capitalist, and his role was like a vulture capitalist, right? Vulture, right? So I am not creating this definition. When you are writing venture capitalist equals to vulture capitalist, you will be getting so many data related to that, right? In Indian context, right? So thank you very much. Thanks for your patience, participation. Thank you so much.
Sir, thank you.
thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.